Linda with Creative Transformations and the Creative Alliance for Global Transformation. And this is the second in our Creative Mastery series called Imagination for Transformation. And the purpose of this series is to help people to develop their creative abilities by learning how to interpret life symbolically, or by learning how to use your imagination in a more effective manner. And these lessons are given in terms of being able to train your mind to be able to form symbolic interpretations of life that allow whole stories to emerge. For example, a picture like this has an entire idea or a holistic idea inherent in it simply based on the symbolism that's used to communicate it. And symbolism, images, pictures, colors, sensations, impressions, that type of stuff is actually what we call the language is the universal language, because it transcends all cultural conditioning, all language barriers, and basically communicates to these type of images are inherent in the human psyche, kind of like an archetype is, and everybody that looks at a certain image forms a kind of a thematic idea in their mind that has a tendency to tell a similar type of story or lends itself to telling a particular type of story. So these lessons are given by helping you to be able to form your own The other beauty of symbolic interpretation is that each person who views it or experiences the images forms their own personal experience of it, or interprets it in a way that's most meaningful for them at a personal level. So this piece here is called Crossroads, Choices of Destiny. And this is basically conveying the idea that our destiny is shaped moment by moment by the decisions that we make. In every moment we are making decisions that determine how our life unfolds, how it progresses, and what directions we move in, and what kind of events or situations we stimulate into motion based on decisions that we're making. And down here we have, of course, the book. This is the Book of Life, showing that we write our own life story. Our life story is written with our own hand and is determined by us. The butterfly, which of course represents transformation, our ability to transform our life based on our decisions. And the wings are pointing off into the two directions of the painting, and we can clearly see that the landscapes on either side are very different landscapes and convey whole different feelings. In the center of the painting we have a waterway or a pathway that's somewhat foggy and unblurred. It's not completely formed or very well defined. And up here we have the moon, and the moon basically symbolizes our emotional state, because the moon governs the ocean tide, which governs the weather patterns of the earth. And most of our decisions are made based on, for emotional reasons, or based on emotions that we kind of embody or employ while we're making decisions. Emotions are also, they're very motivating, they're very compelling and stimulating, and they tend to, they can kind of be perceived almost like an entity in the sense that when they kind of rise in us, get triggered in us, get activated, and they rise up fully in us, they can almost take on a life of their own and have a tendency to completely run us and run the show and make the decisions for us, so to speak, because they tend to consume our thought process. So that the idea becomes to reverse that process and learn how to control your emotions, see what they are, and understand what is happening when emotions get triggered in you, so that you can wait until you're in a non-reactive state before you make decisions, okay? Now, up here we have a rainbow haze surrounding the moon, and this kind of is the all light exists, the white light exists as a single wave that has, that broken down or reflected has a spectrum of 7 qualities, which kind of taint and color experience, or are qualities that we use to perceive life or to bring into expression. So, and if we look, you can see there's an overall impression here of two circles that are blending together to create what is seen here as kind of like a portal, or the space that is the combination of both the right and the left, or the masculine and the feminine. And this is called the vesica piscis, and this is basically symbolic of the vagina. This is the birth canal, and how we actually, by combining the two different aspects of our psyche, our right brain, left brain, masculine and feminine energy, we give birth to brand new ideas, and this is the portal through which they're born. Now, if we look at the landscaping, it shows that this decision, or moving in this direction, while it's clearly an easier path, it's kind of barren, open, easy to traverse, but we have, strong, dark, stormy clouds off in the distance. This is the decisions that we make in life for who knows why, because they're safer, they're easier, somebody else wants us to make them. Somebody's trying to tell us who we are, what we should do, so we're making decisions based on expectations that have been set for us. But when we make those decisions, even though they are easier, they're dead. We don't feel enthusiastic. We have no passion for life. Life is drab and kind of boring, eventless, so to speak. And over here we have a very different landscape, in the sense that this clearly takes more effort. It's going to be a climb upward. We got all kinds of things to maneuver as we go up it, but it's clearly filled with life forms, with green, lush waterways. And at the top we have the sun rays breaking through the clouds, which is kind of like the inspiring idea that compels us towards it. And as we move into it, the sun breaks through and lights up our path, showing us the way. So this is really about staying present in your life, having a sense of who you are, what your soul came here to express, what your purpose is, a sense of destiny, the sense of the type of story that you want to tell, and not only the type of story, but how you want to tell it. What qualities do you want to bring to your life in order to tell the story in a way that gives it the greatest oomph, or the greatest, excitement and enthusiasm and a sense of passion, and kind of intensifies it, so to speak. So, but again, get that sense of yourself, and if you don't have that right now, do inner exploration. Get help with somebody who can help you to just kind of get a sense of yourself, discover your potential, your gifts, your talents, your special abilities and qualities, and form a sense of purpose for your life, and allow your dreams to reemerge, and capture your dreams of what kind of story is inside of you, what is it alive inside of you to tell. What kind of story just turns you on, and the thought of telling it is very exciting and compelling and kind of fascinating and engrosses you in the process. So, and once you can get that feeling and that sense, realize that in every moment, use that as the measuring device to make decisions by. Use that to make your choices, because don't make choices that don't support it, or that will move you in directions that move you away from it, but instead use it to make empowering decisions that will help you to become a co-creator in your life and move you in the direction that you'd like to go. So stay present, and really concentrate and learn how to make good decisions. And you'll be amazed at how it changes your life, or what a difference it makes in your life. So, and as with all things, play, explore, discover, realize, and have a good time. Make it fun.